let me clarify something real quick that I really shouldn't have to clarify, but, bring a better understanding. Now, it should be obvious at this point, all this time, for everything that I've stood for, with all the content and the substance of my art, the content of my character, the type of person I am, what I believe in, what I embrace, and the life that I live for God, all this time should already have put it in perspective for everybody. But that's what you're seeing in the world is the pattern of darkness. It's committed to things that blaspheme the Holy Spirit is totally like in denial towards things of God. And it's totally in opposition, whether it's passively or actively. And see, the thing is, it should be at this point common sense that vengeance and, things of that nature are not mine. That vengeance is for the Lord. That's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I don't have to, elaborate. I think now I pretty much, it's a clear understanding of like what's going on, what's finna happen, and how what the Bible say, the prophecies. But that's not even my place. You feel me? So they know that already. But see what it is. But see, and mainly the only thing I've been talking about all this time is my life, my testimonies, the things I've gone through wrongfully. The attack, my legacy, my art, everything that I love has been under. And the grief, me expressing my pain because of that attack on my creations. And then also having every form of defense, help, protections, whatever that I could to like prevent or to interrupt, this massive hate crime that was on my life, being like thwarted, ignored, and obstructed intentionally, consistently, from the point I became. But what I didn't understand at those times was that this situation was already known by like a lot of people, probably everybody. They had already knew things that I was just awakening to. So they was already like on my life, waiting for the moment where I became aware of the full gravity of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And so when I become aware of it, they was waiting for that. So they waited until I'm aware of the situation. And then by the time I'm aware of it, it's absolutely nothing I could do even if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's friends now. You know what I'm saying? Everyone on the same team. And that's what it all was all along. You feel me? So, you have no army. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody there to fight for you. If you could, either way. So, it's, you know what I'm saying? That's not really my focus. My focus still on the glory of God. But that's just to put in perspective the gravity of the situation for those who may not know. But they misportraying me, slandering me. They distorting me. They doing that in real time. And they do it without words sometimes. They do it by just actions. You know what I'm saying? They imply things through actions that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's framing. It's like street theater. You feel me? They're doing things, that they normally would do according to certain stimuli. But the stimuli that they do those things according to is not present. You feel me? That's trying to put it in understanding. Like they're acting on things as if they would act on them if certain circumstances were the case, but the circumstances on which they would act on those things or act in those ways are not there. You feel me? It's like framing. It's like staging. You know what I'm saying? They're acting on you, you know what I'm saying, according to something that don't exist. You feel me? And that's a crime in itself. It's like literally nobody in the whole nation able to help me. You know what I'm saying? Literally. And let alone nation or the world. Because then, the situation became so embedded in the structures of society that it's like, it's no kind of legal anything to be honest, it probably already was resolved. My damage and pain's still there. You feel me? Like, as far as like, from the slander and smear campaigns and distortions, they constantly force you to like certain places like that. It's just crazy, man. Like, but they got to quit that perspective. My stuff is not combative. You feel me? My stuff is not combative, and it's not, and it's not negative. It's not negativity. It's not nothing like that. I'm just existing. You feel? I'm just existing, just like them. It's tons of people who said tons of things that made people mad or whatever. I'm just talking about my life. They can exist. They even worship. It's people that's even worship. You know what I'm saying? They stuff idolized, immortalized. Well, I'm just talking about my life and the things I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, and the fact that, aspects of it still exist, because then it conflates against me. You feel me? So it's like, that's really what's going on. You know, it's like everything like just kind of like join. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I could never get to a point where I could like express myself freely and exist, because then, you know, you got people like, it's like everybody that somehow could, you know, benefit from my pain and benefit from the slander and things, that the persecution, tribulation that I've been through, and they could benefit from, you know, me being on the crap end of that stick. Then they suck like inadvertently and ever so snidely kind of like joining against me. You feel me? And that's also in the Bible, things like that. So without it being blatantly a bold, it's still joining forces against Jesus Christ as we speak. So it can't be Christian if that's what they're doing. Like, and then so it still be implications made to where I'm being forced into exile still. You know what I'm saying? Saying that in so many ways and so many words, like said, I can't exist in society because my talent is too great. You know what I'm saying? I can't own, you know, I can't better myself, pursue happiness or try to prosper or earn an honest living and things like that. I can't do that because of the crime that's happened to me. You feel me? It's even the point where I prevented the additional, you know, aspects of it, but it overrid my testimony and everything, and it just happened anyway. So because of the crime that's been happening to me, I don't deserve to have a life in America. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I've been following Christianity. So that puts America against the cross of Jesus Christ. You feel me? That turns the, you know, it symbolizes something different because of what they're doing. Like, you know, I'm well capable of making my own decisions. You know what I'm saying? They have no right or any kind of reason to force me into positions that I tell them I will be disadvantaged in. I tell them I will be in danger. I tell them, you know what I'm saying, from experience. And for them to ignore that is just to actively, because, you know, they actively participate in the ongoing crime. So it's like, nah, I mean, trust me, I got great judgment. You could tell by my talent, you know, the fact that, you know, you could tell by what I say, you know, the fact that I just proved one of the biggest crimes in history. You know, it's a lot that you can just tell, you know, by me. I'm not dumb, you feel me? So, I mean, I would make decisions when it's good for me. And so if I'm not trying to head in that direction, then why you force me into that? That's conspiracy to commit murder. You feel me? That's the kind of situation. But, I mean, aside from the persecution I've been under, you know what I'm saying? That's all I've been talking about. The things I've been going through all these years. From following Jesus Christ in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm not inciting or instigating no kind of anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many people guilty. Then nobody wants them in trouble for what they did. So just naturally me existing and the fact that I'm here, you know what I'm saying? And them knowing the things that they did to me and the fact that they're not in any trouble for some reason, then that in itself bothers them. So they don't want me in the country because of that. Either way, it's not right. It's not humane. You know, it's cruel. It was cruel since I was born. And it carries over every year. You feel me? But it's clarity on the situation. You know, just bring a little more clarity. Like, nah, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, inciting nothing. I'm just existing. All the people that's bothered, you know what I'm saying, that tells you how big of an impact, you know what I'm saying, how great my talent is. It's that simple. So then you could downsize that and apply that in the lives of others. You can see how other people talk about all the haters and stuff they had. Well, this right here is the same situation. It's massive though. You know what I mean? It's massive. And so every part of my life gets like eaten alive, you know, like infiltrated, sabotage. I've been through it so many times already in just one past year already. You know, then before that, the same thing. Then before that, the same thing. Somebody constantly on my trail to cover up a crime. You feel me? And they impose themselves against my will. You know, so that's a crime. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a constantly compounded thing to which nobody in that world has a solution. So the solution will be God. And everybody know what happens after that. But you see why it's happening. Look at it, man. Look what's going on, you know. My life been sabotaged since I was born, you know. Not long after I was born, just because I was blessed by God. You know, it shouldn't be as bad, you know, being that we under God, supposedly. And so that in itself kind of like is, you know, it's like, well, dang, you know. But nah, my stuff is not in any way instigating anything. It's just people that's guilty. You know, they not in trouble behind that. And they realize that I realize, you know, how messed up and how antichrist and satanic and sadistic stuff is. By, you know, just that fact alone, then they just proactively and preemptively, you know what I'm saying, continue or to try to perpetuate or complete the 23-year-long crime. You feel me? It's a 23-year-long crime that's still happening. You feel me? As we speak. Because the fact that my privacy and everything is gone, you know what I'm saying, that's the crime. That's a part of it. It's just something I've adapted to, but it's cruel and inhumane circumstances that persecutors intentionally pre-planned, premeditated to have me in right now. And, you know, on the same token, it's crazy because I got people that love me, people that love God. You feel me? I'm with everybody that love God. Whoever love God, well, I'm on their side. But, you know, love is an action word. You feel me? So, I mean, whoever is, you know, so some people that love me and follow my stuff, that's different. Yeah, that's like fam I consider. You know, I don't look at them as harassing me and attacking me and, you know, things like, I know the difference. You know, I've been in this for a long time now. You feel me? I've been going through this stuff, so I know the difference between who for you and who against you, you know. But the thing is, those against me, you know what I'm saying, they not being, you know what I'm saying, they prevented for the destroy my life, is they already rendered irreversible damage to my life, you know, already. Whether it's my physical well-being to, you know, just my financial status and things like that, you know. In which case they can move around it. They can manipulate people. They got people that watch, that look out for them. So it's just pretty much in a nutshell, there's no way possible that it seems as though there'd be justice for the situation. I mean, they did all this on purpose, but it's like crucifixion, man. That's what it is. That's what it's basically like. Like every part of my aesthetics and everything, my character, my integrity, you know, everything been attacked and just, it's just like for a long time. It's gruesome. It's a gruesome crime to get it. I mean, I wear it well though. You know, nobody couldn't tell looking at, but it's a horrible situation though, you know, in its entirety. But at the same time though, it's people that sometimes you just gotta be strong, you know. You gotta be strong. If not for yourself, be strong for God. And then you gotta be strong for people who need to see that, you know. But I mean, it's you know, it's weight. You feel me? I mean, I love it though. You know, I was made for this. You feel me? Like this, literally why I was born. Like I mean, and that's the thing. Like a lot of persecutors you see, like people they try to like limit me with and stuff. They weren't created for that. You know, they weren't created for, you know, certain things. I'll just put it like that. You feel me? So that's why they were quick to like, you know what I'm saying? Split, man, book it, you know. But my faith in God I walk by, you know, faith and not by sight, you know. But yeah, I wanted to clarify this though, man. Like, nah, it ain't like I'm instigating nothing. Like my mind was always paces above that and beyond that. I just didn't want nothing to do with people who have dished me irreversible damages to my life that I specifically witnessed through the years, and that should be okay. You know what I'm saying? That's like being forced to hug, you know what I'm saying, your murderers or people that you sit there, you watch somebody murder something or destroy something valuable to you, or, you know what I'm saying? And then you being forced to like hug them. Like, I don't wish no bad on nobody. You feel me? I don't wish no bad on nobody. I just don't want that in my life, understandably. And it just ain't nobody there to keep that stuff out of my life. You feel me? Or those that I know, they don't deserve that, you know, like people that do you like that, they don't deserve that. They don't respect you, they don't value you or nothing, you know. they already did that once. What's to stop them from doing it again? You feel me? It's just common sense, rational things. But when it comes to my life, it's like all rationality leave out like almost everyone's mind. Like, it's weird. Like, if they was in that position, that's what they'll do. They'll stay away from things that's killing them and destroying them, right? Or have already. They'll have a long handle spoon. And so that's the same situation. Like, I mean, I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody. I just, for one, I'll be glad when it start happening to me. And also, it's like, I ain't want nothing bad to happen to nobody. You know, I just want, just like other people, you know, have their spots in history, I wanted God's spot to be in history too. You feel me? That's all I do is God's work. That's all my agenda is to do the things that please the Lord. So it's like, just like other people can exist, you know what I'm saying, in whatever it is that they embrace, you feel me? I should be able to exist in what I embrace. That's how I feel for God. So that's what I want. I want God's spot in history to exist. And all of my stuff is of God. So I'm just trying to exist. I'm just be existing. Not instigating nothing, inciting nothing. I'm just existing. But I mean, it's natural order and things that's in a civil society that should just, you shouldn't have to talk about for it to be did. You know, this stuff is seen, I mean, you expect, you feel me? Like, just the natural pattern and flow of a civil society. But I mean, that doesn't mean you inciting nothing. Like, it's just, you wanting people to recognize what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And if you're a victim of it, you gonna want some type of consolation. Like, it's not necessarily monetary. You just, sometimes it's deeper than that, And the pain and brokenness that I've suffered wrongfully, in the lands, even before I was able to even discern what was going on, it's heavier than any apology can ever fix. You feel me? It's too thorough, deep, sophisticated. It's way bigger than any apology can fix. So that's why some people only explanation they feel is for me to leave society, and I'm like, that's still not helping. That's worse. They're like, hello, did you not hear what I've been saying? Sabotage. It's like, it's weird. They got me in a position on purpose though. But I mean, I don't understand like what really was accomplished, to be honest, because all these years they did nothing. They attack baby of God, and I don't gotta say no more. But I mean, me personally though, now vengeance is not in my hands. I mean, it's a lot of things that's horrible that happened, tragic. I live with that I've been through, but I mean, I put it in God's hands and I keep shining for him. That's the best way I stay intact, being victorious and just doing my thing and being the best I can for God. That's how I keep it together. That holds me together. This poetry keeps me together. It always have, for as long as I've been writing it, it helps me, and then the fact that, I can help somebody else. They can see the light of God, through my testimonies and inspire and uplift, encourage, and, give hope and things that the Bible says do, and I embrace the Bible in my contribution, in my testimony. So, I mean, it's one and the same. There's no division between, so it's like, well, man, that gives me joy, being able to like, people can see my pain and suffering, and then they can feel more grateful about the things that they got and love, and cherish, and they can hold on to it that much tighter.